Today on Airborne, just in time for Oshkosh, the NTSB releases safety recommendations for experimental and amateur-built aircraft. Garmin breaks its silence with 3 new product announcements. And industry officials fear a pilot shortage could impact airline safety. I'm Ashley Hale. Welcome to Airborne on Aero TV. With Oshkosh just around the corner, the NTSB has issued a lengthy list of recommendations to the FAA concerning the operation of experimental and amateur-built aircraft. The recommendation addresses the certification and flight testing of new experimental amateur-built aircraft and the training of the builders and test pilots of these aircraft, as well as of pilots who buy an EAB as a used aircraft. The recommendations are derived from the NTSB's safety study, The Safety of Experimental Amateur-Built Aircraft, which was adopted on May 22, 2012. The NTSB has issued 16 safety recommendations, 12 of which are addressed to the FAA. For a detailed discussion of these new recommendations, log on to www.aero-news.net to read more about it. Garmin has been strangely silent for most of 2012, but the good news is they've finally broken that silence, and with not 1, not 2, but 3 new product announcements. First is a comprehensive suite of certified and portable ADS-B solutions. This includes the industry's first dual-link ADS-B solution. It's called the GDL-88, and it's for aircraft who operate below 18,000 feet. The GDL-39 is an affordable way for pilots to get the benefits of the ADS-B on a dual-link portable device. And Garmin expects new certification for the GTX 330 and GTX 33, which have extended squitter transmission capabilities, which allows these Mode S transponders to operate as an ADS-B out solution when paired with a compatible WASP position source. Garmin also announced new features for its GTN series touchscreen avionics, including display support for weather radar, advanced ADS-B capabilities, worldwide connectivity, cross-fill with GNS 430W and 530W series, and more. Finally, there is the GWX-70. It's a new solid-state weather radar that affordably brings advanced Doppler-enabled features to general aviation aircraft. If you're attending AirVenture, Garmin will offer a seminar on all of these new products. It's in a tent outside Hangar D on Monday at 9:30 a.m. Others, of course, can visit www.garmin.com. Boeing's annual Pilot and Technician Outlook, which was released last week, projects the need for almost 500,000 pilots in the coming 20 years, and that has industry analysts concerned. The overriding fear is that airlines will hire lower caliber pilots as they struggle to fill seats in the cockpit. A pilot shortage is already evident in the Asia-Pacific region, with many airlines hosting job fairs here in the U.S. to recruit pilots from the thousands furloughed thanks to bankruptcies and mergers. Even U.S. officials admit that they're concerned that the rising global demand for pilots, the expected wave of retirements to come, and new regulations that make training more difficult could result in a pilot shortage here at home. You're watching Airborne on Aero TV. We're back with more in a moment, including news from Oshkosh.
Since the early days of powered flight, pilots have struggled with landing in crosswinds and learning proper crosswind landing techniques. Even today, most crosswind landing skills are learned through trial and error, sometimes with disastrous results. Believe it or not, the most common contributing factor in weather-related accidents each year is crosswinds. The second most common factor is wind gusts. In fact, crosswinds and wind gusts cause more landing accidents than fog, thunderstorms, and icing combined. That's where the Redbird X-Wind SE comes in. It teaches pilots the proper techniques to meet and beat these top 2 causes of weather-related landing accidents. By placing pilots in gusty crosswind conditions for extended periods of time, the X-Wind SE gives instructors all the time they need to teach the pilot the proper techniques for landing in challenging crosswind conditions. For more information on Redbird flight simulations, the Redbird X-Wind SE, and Redbird's entire line of flight training devices, visit www.redbirdflightsimulations.com.
Welcome back. If you'd like to suggest a story for Airborne, Aero TV, our website, or maybe our podcast, send us an email to news-spy@aero-news.net. The Icon A5 LSA will be powered by the newest Rotax engine. Tom Patton reports.
Icon Aircraft announced that its new A5 light sport aircraft will be powered by the new Rotax 912 IS engine. The two companies collaborated during the development of both the engine and the A5 to ensure a seamless integration of the new Rotax. The new fuel-injected power plant will be the launch engine initially available for the A5, for which Icon has taken over 750 deposits. Icon engineers say the use of the fuel-injected engine will make the airplane simpler to operate, reducing cockpit workload. Adding fuel injection means that the choke and carburetor heat systems can be eliminated. Electronic fuel injection is also a completely redundant system, which is a plus for safety. The 4-stroke 4-cylinder engine maintains the 100 horsepower output and 2,000-hour TBO of the carbureted Rotax 912 ULS. Icon and Rotax say the 912 IS will deliver between 38 and 70% better fuel efficiency and can operate on aviation or automotive gasoline. The Icon display is pretty popular at Oshkosh. There's always a line to fly the simulator. Maybe we'll see you there. For Airborne, I'm Tom Patton.
And for those of you who are interested in the new Rotax 912 IS, or any Rotax power plant for that matter, Rotax expert Phil Lockwood will be hosting 2 popular seminars at Oshkosh on the little engines that can. Lockwood seminars will be held on Tuesday and Thursday. And for those of you who are unable to attend Oshkosh, there is a newly designed website, www.lockwood.aero. That includes detailed exploded drawings of the engines, among other new features. For those of you flying into AirVenture this year, you know how busy that can be, so the guys at WingX decided just to make it a little bit easier on you. That's right, they've added the AirVenture NOTAM to WingX Pro 7. You can display the NOTAM full screen, or better yet, display it in split screen mode together with your route over FISC shown on a track-up sectional. This functionality is also going to work on the free trial period, so if you know of a pilot who's flying into AirVenture and maybe doesn't have WingX yet, have them download WingX Pro, sign up for the free trial period, and they will automatically have the best navigation system into AirVenture right there handy on their iPad. ANN's team leader Jim Campbell is already in Oshkosh. He's setting up our mobile offices and studios in preparation for what's promised to be another year of unparalleled coverage by ANN of EAA's AirVenture. ANN staffers will be roaming from the flight line to the campground and all points in between, bringing you the latest breaking news and behind-the-scenes stories as only ANN can do. Remember, this program Airborne will stream live every night of the AirVenture experience at 8 p.m. Central Time. And for the first time ever, ANN will be staffing not 1 but 2 major aviation events simultaneously. Well, Jim and I and the rest of the ANN crew will be at Oshkosh. ANN's own Aerocast producer and host Glenn Moyer will be in Longview, Texas for the Balloon Federation of America's U.S. National Hot Air Balloon Championship. Say that 3 times fast. We'll hear more from Glenn on Friday's Airborne. 3 new crew members are aboard the International Space Station, having arrived there just hours ago. The crew docked their Soyuz capsule with the station just after midnight this morning. NASA flight engineer Sunita Williams, Russian Soyuz commander Yuri Malenchenko, and Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency flight engineer Akihiko Hoshida blasting off from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan late Saturday evening Eastern Time. They will join Expedition 32 Commander Gennady Padalka of the Russian Federal Space Agency and flight engineers Joe Asaba of NASA and Sergei Revin of Russia. They've been on board at the orbiting laboratory since May 17th. The 6 crew members will work together for about the next 2 months before Padalka, Asaba, and Revin return to Earth in mid-September. Today is Tuesday, and with our new twice-weekly format, that means it's time for our viewer-suggested video, a feature we like to call the Aero Video of the Week. Today, we go rocking skyward with the guys from Masten Aerospace. And just wait till you see the cool rocket cam view. To find this video, search YouTube for X-Aero 444-meter free flight. If you have a suggestion for a future AVW, send us a link to news-spy@aero-news.net. Finally, today on Airborne, it was supposed to be the aircraft of the future, one that everyone would want in their driveway. Neighborhoods would be filled with them. Now, only one of 5 Taylor Aero cars ever built is up for sale for a mere $1.25 million. This tiny commuter's dream was perhaps the world's first hybrid, as it combined a front-wheel drive 2-seater auto with a Lycoming 0320 4-cylinder engine and wings. With wings and tails attached, you are airborne at a gas-friendly 55 miles per hour and could reach cruising speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. As amazing as it seems, the flying car was indeed seen as the future in the 50s, and it still remains the same today in 2012. In fact, Terrafugia just announced they will not have their prototype transition at Oshkosh. It's still undergoing flight and drive testing. So 62 years after the Taylor Aero car, still the only guy we know who uses a flying car to commute to work regularly is George Jetson. And I don't know about you, but he doesn't live in my neighborhood. We hope we'll see you in our neighborhood next week at Oshkosh, as we'll be bringing you live coverage of AirVenture again this year, with the daily airborne programs, Monday through Friday, July 23rd through the 27th at 8 p.m. Central Time. We hope you'll join us. And please remember, Airborne is now seen twice weekly, Tuesdays and Fridays, here on Aero TV. Quick, concise, and convenient, you're always up to date when you're airborne with Aero TV. I'm Ashley Hale. Thanks for watching.